This is an F4 Phantom. Sorry, I got to stand with my back to the wind because it is quite blowy here today and there's rain coming in, so I better get this done quick. This is an F4 Phantom. It's a Phantom C, and this, not this specific airframe, but this model Phantom has the dubious honour of being the first air-to-air kill in the Vietnam conflict, when a pair of these went after a pair of MiG-17s and the lead aircraft fired a missile and took out one of the MiGs. I believe it was in that occasion that the Sidewinder took out the first aircraft, the MiG-17, and in the explosion damaged the second MiG-17 and technically took out two aircraft with one missile. Later in the day, same day, another pair of Phantoms took out two MiG-21s, but unfortunately the fifth kill by a Phantom using an air-to-air missile was actually another Phantom, and that led to a problem because they realised that they couldn't actually reliably target their own aircraft. And one of the things that you'll notice about the Phantom, which became rapidly a problem, there's no guns under here. Despite the fact it's got a unit decal that's got the gunfighters written on it, what you'll see the guy, in fact I'll move the camera so you can see this a bit closer. What you'll see from this unit patch is that the guy in the unit patch who is holding a cannon, a rotary cannon, is actually holding a pod, because the only way you could put guns on the early versions of these was to stick them underneath the wings, because they didn't have built-in inline guns. That came later with the Phantom J, or possibly E. Yeah, it was the E. Yeah, the initial Phantoms, they were built with the idea that air-to-air combat would happen at range using missiles, and then the first time they tried it, they discovered that meant you had a good chance of shooting down your own guys. And so then they had a problem that they had these aircraft that could get in close, or would have to get in close, and now didn't have cannons to be able to do anything once they got in close. So initially they put gun pods under the wings, and they were horrifically inaccurate. And then eventually in the E models, they started having a cannon built into the aircraft that was in line and was properly sighted and was much more effective. So eventually these did become a very good air-to-air airframe, but in the Vietnam War initially they had big problems because they were so confident in the whole missile ideology that they forgot to take into account, well, what happens if you do have to get in close? And yeah, what happens is you have to start using makeshift options like gun pods to do the work for you. Oh well, you live and learn.